Fellow tennis nerds, I hope you are well. This is the Functional Tennis FT99 racket review. I've been testing this frame for quite a while, tried it in a prototype version as early as like 2 years ago or something. Fabio was in Marbella and let me try this racket. It has a very nice controlled sensation when you hit the ball. You know where the ball is going to go. Fabio is a fan of the head radical and he's engineered some of that into this frame, the FT99. 99 square inches, going to give you a bit more of a sweet spot. Also specs a tad heavier than the current Radical MP, but it's in that family of rackets. It competes with control rackets like the Blade, the Radical, the Percept. It's not going to give you loads of power, but it's going to give you a good feel and a sensation of control. A pretty versatile frame in 99 square inches, 1619 pattern. Let's have a look at the specifications, which makes some sense. Like the swing weight, I felt could be beefed up a bit with some lead tape. When I added some weight to it, it played better in my opinion. This is of course up to you. It leaves room for customization, which is a good thing overall. Quite headlight balance. That's where I decided only to add some weight at 12. Otherwise, you can obviously add even more in the handle if you want. But it plays fine in stock form. It's a pretty whippy, fast-feeling racket. The beam is not too thick. The stiffness, don't be too worried about that. 70 RA is not an overly stiff racket. With the right dampening, with the right materials, you're fine. I think sometimes we get carried away with these numbers, but some rackets that are 62 RA strong can be pretty harsh on the arm, and some rackets that are 70 strong can be pretty good on the arm. So it's not about the RA number only. It's a part of it, but a very small part these days, I would say. So many rackets come with really impressive dampening. This is not a dampened racket. It's a pretty raw, connected feeling racket. It feels good on impact. Sweet spot is not huge, but it's sweet when you hit it. If you like control rackets, you usually like this sensation, and I think you will enjoy this one. It looks like a giant saber in a way. It's blue and black, a bit like the Ultra version 3. Maybe you remember that, Countervail Ultra. It has the similar colorway to this one, FT99 launch edition. By the way, it has a Prince grip shape, if you wonder. That's the question I usually get. What's the grip shape like? So it's Prince, kind of rounded, more even sides, not this rectangular with the longer end here that Technifiber and Vulkel do. So more Prince, which feels nice. You might know Functional Tennis from Instagram because it has like over 1 million followers. You might have watched Fabio on the Tennis Nerd podcast. I known him for a few years. The tennis content creator space is not huge, so you get to know people. Now it's growing and growing, so there's a lot more creators than it used to be when I got going. But you might have tried the Saber. So this is the obviously the training tool that he's been selling and created a bunch of years ago, and it's been very popular among club players and pros. Like you've seen pros on the highest level hit with this one, and he's engineered some of that feel. Obviously, like this one has multi-filament strings, and the other one comes with multi-filament strings or synthetic gut strings, and it's not going to be played with synthetic gut strings. You can play this one with synthetic gut and poly if you want, but obviously with this small string bed it's going to be very firm. This one, however, I recommend going full poly. That would be my recommendation. It's not too firm in terms of string bed unless you have very bad arm issues. Then of course synthetic gut or multi-filament strings should be fine. It comes pre-strung with a synthetic gut. Good to know. If you're one of the first 100 people, maybe he sold them all out by now, I don't know. You get some extra bonus items like strings and so on. You will have it here on the screen. But as you can see, it's a kind of a rounded head shape here. Pretty even space pattern, except when you get out to the edges. Somewhat forgiving, not a huge sweet spot I would say, but somewhat forgiving. And nice, fast swinging beam. I like the beam profile. I think you will do that as well if you enjoy control rackets. And the 99 might be a more popular head size these days because, you know, 9800 is where most players are going. I would say 95% of everyone, but now maybe 99 can become a thing. It's like really small difference between, right? I did add this amount of lead tape in the end on my copy. It was around 320 strong swing weight. I like it a bit beefier than that, 325 up to 330. That's usually where I want to be strong. Completely up to you though. Plays fine in stock form. I felt like it lacked a bit of power, a bit of pop. It is a control racket. And in control rackets, I tend to feel like they need to have a bit more weight to give you the same weight of ball, right? But you can generate a lot of spin and with your swing, because it's like a fast swinging racket, like with the beam profile being the way it is. So you can really whip the racket around, but it's not going to have like the arrow kicking your opponent's face and that annoying ball. It's going to be a bit of an easier ball for the opponent. These control rackets, that's what they create, so it's more up to you to generate top spin and pace on the ball. Some weight can help, but it can also obviously slow down your swing, so you have to find your own balance there.
It was a good racket after we put lead on it. It really needed a bit of weight at 12 o'clock, I think. Without the lead, I personally struggled to get any shape on the shot, and being a control racket, the ball wasn't going too deep in the court, but I think we found a way to engineer it, and it's not a huge change, by the way. It's 1 or 2 grams at 12
Yeah, it's like 1.5, so it's like 6 swing weight points total, because it was 320 strung, which is too low, I think, for a control racket these days. But it's not going to give you lots of pop, so it's for you guys who like to generate your own pace, But with the weight and with the strings being slightly lower, like I strung 22-21, which is 47 pounds, and it was too much when it was fresh. Like, we couldn't get anything on it.
No, but you unlocked the potential of the racket with a minor customization, and it gave power, control, spin, and it turned into a really good racket.
Yeah, now it's solid. Now it can compete with like radicals and blades, and the 99 is a little bit more of a, I guess, stands out a bit more, because every kind of control racket on the market is a 98. But I would string it low, and I would string it with maybe a lively string, so you get some pocketing and stuff. Like, maybe this string is even a little bit too controlled, this True Pro Pure Rush, which is a good string, but fresh, I'd go down maybe even like 19 kilos or something like this, like 43 pounds. Like, try to go down and then use a little bit of trampolining in the racket to control the ball, But overall, I like the feel. It's a nice feeling racket. I've played it in prototype, as I said. I've played it in this retail cosmetic. It's a good stick. I think it competes well with blades, radicals, percepts, and all these types of frames. It's a little bit more forgiving. It's perhaps not as precise as some of those like Prestiges or even a Pro Staff 97 with a much smaller head, but you have a bit more forgiveness with this pretty rounded and 99 square inch head size. I think the string pattern is optimal, and it plays nicely with this string pattern. You could have gone 1620, it wouldn't have changed too much. It's pretty dense for 1619, so well engineered there. And I think it has a spec that a lot of club players will like. Like, if you enjoy control rackets, his biggest obstacle here to sell this frame is more about the endorsements, and that's what we see when you're new on the tennis scene. Like, you need to find people that are open to testing more unknown brands and smaller manufacturers. And it's tough with all the endorsements, because if you watch the Australian Open, you won't find a lot of players with functional tennis rackets. But I think you can do it these days, because people are more open to trying new products, and through online marketing and having a good platform like he has, I think he can get these sold, because the product is good. I like it. I'm an aero guy these days, so for me it's not like really a switcheroo, but I felt like it was a racket you could really groove with and play well with, especially with a bit of weight added. My favorite string setup, I tried a bunch. I tried Hyper G Soft, I tried a lot of different strings. So far, at least, of the ones I've tried, is True Pro Pure Rush one of my favorite strings. That is in here at 49 pounds, 22 kilos. You can go even lower. It's a control racket, but we started there, me and Adam. So, a nice stick from Functional Tennis. Yet another racket to consider, maybe, for you guys out there. I know there's Nordic Dots, there's Mantis, there's so many also smaller brands out there, except for all the rackets of the mainstream brands that are, coming in higher frequency. So for reviewers, it's a tough time. It's gonna be a busy year, but this one was nice. It's nothing groundbreaking. It is kind of like a radical 99, but it does its job well. The materials feel good, the paint is high quality, everything seems to work, so might be worth considering. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the review. We put a link in the description where you can check out the racket. Have a nice day now, and don't forget to play some tennis.